Hello and welcome back to another video on high altitude investing. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Litecoin and where I personally think Litecoin is going to go in the bigger picture, as well as talking about the short term and what's happening on the smaller time frames. So we're starting off here on the 2-week time frame, and as you can see, Litecoin today looks extremely similar to Bitcoin back in the day. So Bitcoin over here on the right and Litecoin over here on the left. You can see the same ABC correction over here on Bitcoin back in the day that recently happened over here on Litecoin. The same market structure on both of these setups. Now, what happened to Bitcoin after this ABC correction was a very big bull market. We started to see higher highs and higher lows on Bitcoin, and that led to 2017, which was an extremely bullish Bitcoin bull market. And we made a lot of money on Bitcoin during that period. And it was super fun to be trading and investing in the crypto markets in 2017. Now over here on Litecoin, we have the potential for a very similar move with a very big breakout and a very profitable pump coming for this coin. Now what I want to see for Litecoin is a break above $140. If we can break above $140, that really gives us the green light go that we will start making higher highs and higher lows and really start to go parabolic, just in the same way that Bitcoin did over here in 2016 and in 2017. Now, if we do start to make this clear uptrend, then I personally believe Litecoin will be set up for a very, very big bull market, just like 2017 Bitcoin, where the price of this thing starts to go nuts, really breaks above its old all-time high and goes to levels a lot of people are simply not dreaming of. Now, we're only worth $100 right now, which is extremely undervalued in relation to its previous old all-time high. And that gives me a lot of confidence that we are oversold, that the bigger players are picking up a lot of Litecoin down at these levels because we still have good volume. We have big institutions accumulating it down here. And that tells me that they see it as being undervalued and they're ready to capitalize on Litecoin only being worth $100 down here. So if we break out, what is it going to look like? Just how high will Litecoin go? What are some of my targets for Litecoin? Let's go ahead and zoom out and take a look at an even bigger time frame than the 2-week. Now, if we do get a clear breakout on the bigger time frames and Litecoin starts to make a clear uptrend, just like Bitcoin did back in 2016 and in 2017, then I personally believe we could get a very similar run as what happened over here on Bitcoin. Now, if you look at the Bitcoin chart, you can see the price of Bitcoin got more and more parabolic. It got more and more vertical and really went nuts here. And you can see that if you measure with the Fibonacci extension tool, Bitcoin went all the way up to the 16618 Fibonacci extension before it saw a major bear market. So if Litecoin has a similar move to Bitcoin back in the day, then it's definitely possible for us to go up to these higher extensions and for Litecoin even to hit upwards of $5,000 per coin. In fact, $5,000 per coin would only be the 13618. That's not even the 16618 Fibonacci extension, which is the level that Bitcoin reached in its parabolic run. So that means in the bigger picture, as we start to form a clear uptrend, this thing could go extremely high and it could blow a lot of people away and go up to these higher extensions and really do a full-blown bull market, just like it did in 2017 when it went from being worth about $4 all the way up to $414. So if we do start to establish that clear uptrend and break above the old all-time high, it's very possible for Litecoin to have a move very similar to Bitcoin back in the day and hit upwards of $5,000 per coin. So that's what I'm seeing here in the bigger picture for Litecoin. Watch for a breakout up above our old all-time high. If we can do that, then the sky is the limit for this coin. We really could go to levels that a lot of people are simply not imagining at this point in time and blow a lot of people away in a massive parabolic run. So let's take a look here at the daily time frame and see what's happening on these smaller time frames. So the first thing that you can see is a very nice recovery up off of these lows from $64 all the way back up to $100 here. Now, if we take our Elliot wave tool, you can see we do have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. Then we did get an ABC correction back down, wave A, wave B, and wave C, and we've started to recover as a result of this full Elliott wave cycle. So what I think is going to happen from here is more upside up off of these lows. I personally believe we will have a nice strong recovery on Litecoin. Of course, we could have some dips along the way up, but overall, I think we will get a very strong recovery here and a break above this resistance level, which again will really signal green light go for a bigger uptrend forming on the bigger time frames. Now, the reason that would signal a green light go is if we can get above this resistance level, then we've successfully formed a higher high, higher low pattern, which is the early signs of a big uptrend forming on Litecoin. So what I'd be looking at here for Litecoin is wave 3 coming in this market. Because we do have 5 waves up and an ABC correction down, we can consider those to be subwaves, and we will be looking for wave 3 coming in this market. This should take us up to a new local high, and again, that would be our green light go signal for Litecoin to be forming a bigger uptrend in the bigger picture. And one last thing I want to show you guys here with Litecoin, you can actually compare Litecoin to Nvidia and take a look at early day Nvidia when it was in a multi-year accumulation cycle before Nvidia went into a full-blown bull market, and just how similar the two charts are. So let's take a look at that. So I have shown this a few times on my channel before, but it's really important to understand these early day accumulation cycles and what the market looks like before you go into a big picture bull market, because a lot of times people see this chart and they think, oh, look, it just pumps and dumps and pumps and dumps and there's nothing to it. How are we ever going to establish a big picture uptrend? But if you look at Nvidia back in the day, we actually had a very similar market structure to Litecoin right now. Nvidia was also in a multi-year accumulation pattern where it was pumping and dumping over and over again. Then finally it broke out of that accumulation and went into a bull market here. And that's when the real uptrend got established and Nvidia became something that everybody knows about and became a really big company with a lot of market share. Now, I personally think we could see a very similar thing for Litecoin, as well as a few other coins that have a very similar structure as Litecoin. So watch for, again, a breakout up above $140 and a higher high, higher low pattern, because that will really signal to me that we're going to see a lot more upside for Litecoin and a big picture bull market and a huge uptrend forming in this coin that could take us to levels that are way beyond what most people are thinking about right now in a massive bullish uptrend. So I personally think big things are coming for this coin. Watch for a breakout up above $140 and a higher high, higher low pattern. That would really confirm to me that Litecoin is ready for a big picture bull market and that we will see a lot more upside on this coin. And that all of this accumulation that we've seen over the past 8 years is really coming to fruition and that we will see a big picture bull market as a result of it. Maybe some of you guys have been having a hard time trading and investing in these markets, losing money, buying highs and selling lows, or you just feel frustrated that you can't get the right trading strategy. So apply for my one-on-one coaching program, link in the description box below, and I will teach you guys the most successful trading strategy for the crypto markets that's proven and easy to apply so you guys can start making money consistently in these markets right away. So apply for my one-on-one coaching. I would love to have you on the team. So thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. I love you. I appreciate you. I look forward to seeing you guys in future videos. And as always, stay profitable out there.